Thank you so much for joining us, Rachelle. You must feel like as excited as I am to be in this place.
Yeah, it's so good to be back doing live in-person things, for sure.
Why is performing arts so important to you?
Yes, I became artistic director when we started the program 2004, many years ago, and I started the program at Kapolei High School where I teach acting and theater and musical theater. And we started this program because there was a need in the community for just really good theater. Kapolei was so new back then, so there wasn't really a program that pulled, together in Kapolei. And we do all kinds of theater. We have a summer program that we were doing for the little ones to kind of come in and learn and have fun. And we would have our high schoolers intern, and teach and mentor them.
So it's a community-based program.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, everything's about family and bringing the family together. And if they don't have family, they kind of become family in our program. We call them our drama mamas, and they kind of just adopt the kids.
So they're actual performances that the teams or the families give.
Actually, our parents mostly help behind the scenes, but we have had performances where we did Newsies, and we had these dads who were the cops. And it was such a great dynamic for them to work together with their kids and, see them together backstage so they could be, not only mentors, but kind of show them how to be responsible and be resilient and work together.
It's a different relationship when parents are playing, so to speak, right? Than if they're parenting at home or even trying to monitor their kids in the academic world.
Yeah, and I don't think these kids would see their parents in that light. Like, I think seeing their parents play, it kind of strengthens their relationship to see, this other side of their parents, for sure.
And I would imagine, too, it's really significant for both parents and children to feel that their artistic expression is valued.
It helps them grow. I think it helps them become the individuals they're supposed to be, and be okay with who they are and exploring. So many times we're just kind of boxed up and, we have to take these standardized tests and get good grades and do all these expectations, clean the house, do all these things our parents expect us to do. And, to be able to be in the arts and explore that side is just, it's immeasurable, like at how it helps them grow and become who they are.
And what is your background? How did you even step into this?
Oh, I grew up here. I was very fortunate to grow up in Hawaii, and I, did theater through high school, and I went to UH Manoa and Kennedy Theater, did shows there, great program, loved my...
So your parents always nurtured this and encouraged you?
Yeah, I was very fortunate and blessed to have parents that were okay to let me explore and do whatever I wanted to do, because I wouldn't be who I am today if they cut that off, for sure.
And so then you start teaching, and you must have had a principal at Kapolei who gave you that space.
Yeah, I was very fortunate to be hired by Alvin Nagasako way back in the day, 2004. And he was such a visionary, and he would just support any ideas I had. And through him and the subsequent principals like Wesley Shinkawa, who I have now, they've just supported everything. Our administration is amazing at Kapolei High School. And so I've grown the program from nothing to incorporate acting, theater craft, where the kids are learning to build and take down sets. I actually created the code in the ACCN for a musical theater class. So statewide, they can do musical theater 1 through 4 and put on productions in school, because some kids are working after school and don't have the time, but they want to do theater. So at least it gives an opportunity for all kids, to do theater.
Well, then you make a very good point that theater is not just the performers on stage.
Correct.
It's backstage, it's the lighting, it's the setup. What thoughts do you have, as we wrap up our conversation for today, what thoughts can you share with the audience and to encourage parents and young people too to explore this profession?
There's theater programs out there all over, whether you come to ours or any other theater program. If you really want to learn about yourself and be more confident in who you are. I think theater is the way to go. We actually are coming back. We have on our website, Pack is Back, because we're doing Moana Junior in the fall. That will be our first in-person. So auditions will be up in the fall, and hopefully people will, be ready to come back and perform on stage. And I think they are. I get calls like every week. Are you ready to come back? So the need is definitely there. So I would say let your kid explore everything.
Well, and what I appreciate is when you speak about this, that is your passion, personally as well as professionally, there's a joy that you exude. I imagine you see that on stage and also behind stage when the parents are involved.
Yeah, I mean, they're just so happy to be together and, make friendships. And these friendships last. I still have alumni that come back and say, Mamparo, like they call the mamas names and, they're like, oh, I did this, or, I'm in this class, I have this amazing acting teacher. Like they still remember those moments. And, I know the pandemic has taken away a lot of those moments. So we're excited to bring them back because, when you remember your childhood, those are the things that stand out when you connected and made relationships with people.
Your joy is overwhelming. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. This was wonderful. It was so nice to meet you.
We've just had the opportunity to meet Rachelle Amparo, who is the Artistic Director for the Performing Arts Center of Kapolei. Mahalo for joining us.